Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Mingquan, and this is the podcast where we talk about real life in simple, everyday English. If this is your first time here, I'm really glad you found us. Today, I have a story I really want to share with you. Have you ever wanted to start something new, but you didn't even know where to begin? That's exactly how I felt when I started this channel. I remember sitting in front of my laptop, staring at a blank screen. I had an idea, I had a dream, but had no idea what to do first. So many questions were running through my head. What do I need to learn? Where do I start? Am I even good enough to do this? Today, I want to share my real story with you. The confusion, the pressure, the mistakes, and the moment everything finally felt worth it. Let's get into it. Let me take you back to the very beginning. When I first decided to start a YouTube channel, I was excited. But that excitement didn't last very long. Very quickly, I felt overwhelmed. There were just so many things I had need to do, and so many things I need to learn. I didn't even know what the first step was. Should I write a script first? Should I buy a microphone first? Should I learn how to edit first? I had no clear plan, and that made me feel lost. One of the biggest challenges for me was learning storytelling. I realized that just talking isn't enough. If you want people to really listen, if you want them to feel something, you need to know how to tell a story well. You need to think about how to start a story, how to build tension, and how to end it in a way that stays in someone's mind. This wasn't something I was born knowing. I had to study it, practice it, and fail at it many times before I started to feel natural. At the same time, I also had to learn video editing completely from the zero. As a beginner, everything felt confusing. How do I cut between the scenes smoothly? When should I add a sound effect? How do I know if I cut feels natural or if it feels awkward? I had to develop a whole new way of thinking, an editing mindset, just to make the videos flow properly from one step to the next. Storytelling, editing, planning, recording, so many skills all at once. And honestly, in the beginning, I felt like too much. I felt a lot of pressure, and some nights I wondered if I was even capable of doing this. But here's what I learned. You don't have to master everything at once. Little by little, I got more comfortable. I studied a bit, and then I practiced a bit. I didn't try to do everything perfectly. I just focused on doing one small step at a time. And step by step, piece by piece, and finally finished my very first video. And let me tell you, this feeling was incredible. When I finished that first video, I felt so satisfying. A real sense of pride and relief. All those hours of confusion, all that pressure, suddenly felt worth it. And that feeling gave me motivation to keep going, to make the next video and the one after that. Of course, that didn't mean everything became easy after that. When you actually start doing something yourself, you are going to make mistakes, a lot of them. My early videos definitely had problems, but instead of feeling discouraged, I'm started to see those mistakes differently. Each mistake became a lesson for the next video, and honestly, that's part that makes this journey exciting. Every video, I get a little better. Every mistake teach me something new. So why do I keep going, even with all these challenges? Because I have a clear goal. I want to build an English podcast channel, especially for Vietnamese people, for people who want to improve their listening skills in everyday communication. That goal matters a lot to me too. And because of that, I'm truly willing to share my personal story and daily experience with you through every single video I make. So, if you're also thinking about starting something new, a channel, a project, a skill, just know this. Feeling confused at the beginning is completely normal. The important thing is to take it one at a time. That's my story so far, and I'm sure there will be many more chapters to come. And now, let's look at a few words from today's story that you can use in your own life. Let's review 5 useful words from today's story. The first one, overwhelmed. In the story, I said I felt overwhelmed at the beginning. Overwhelmed means you have too many things to deal with, and it feels like too much to handle. For example, on my first day at the new job, I felt overwhelmed with so much information. The second is storytelling. I mentioned that I need to learn storytelling. Storytelling is the skill of telling a story in an interesting and engaging way. For example, good storytelling can make even a simple topic sound exciting. The third one is step by step. I said I finished my first video by doing things step by step. Step by step means doing something gradually, one small action at a time, instead of all at once. For example, learning a new language is easier if you're going step by step. The fourth is satisfying. When I finished my first video, I felt very satisfying. Satisfying describes a feeling of happiness and fulfillment after achieving something. For example, finishing a difficult project can feel really satisfying. And the last one is mistake. I'm talking about learning from my mistakes. A mistake is something you did wrong, but it can also help you improve for the next time. For example, I made a mistake in my presentation, but I learned from it. Now that you know these words, let's practice using them together. Now it's your turn to practice. I will give you a word, and I want you to make your own sentence with this. Take your time. The word 1, overwhelm. Let's try to make sentence you overwhelm. You have a few seconds. Nice work. No matter what I said, keep practicing. That's how you improve. The word 2, storytelling. Now try storytelling. Think of a sentence. That is the spirit. Speaking a little every day really adds up. The word 4 is satisfying. Now, satisfying. Take a moment to think. Awesome! You built real confidence. And the last word is mistake. The last one, mistake. Give it a try. Well done. Remember, mistakes are a part of learning, just like my own journey. Let's compare your sentences with an example answer. If you are not sure how your sentences sound, don't worry. Here's an example you can compare with. Imagine someone asks you, how did you feel when you start something new? You could answer like this. At first, I felt really overwhelmed because there were so many things to learn. But I told myself to go step by step, not to worry about doing everything perfectly. I made a few mistakes along the way, but in the end, finishing it felt so satisfying. And now I understand why storytelling, the telling my experience clearly, it really helps other people connect with me. See? Is simple, but it's use everything we practice today. You can use the same structure for your own story. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for listening today and for practicing with me. Progress matters than perfection. Speak a little today. Grow a lot tomorrow. See you in the next episode, and goodbye.